Hi, folks. Welcome to Vino Experienza with David Alexander. Um, on location today, we're house sitting for some friends of ours, and so I love to do the videos here at this location. It's just such a pretty site, beautiful Spanish-style home. Works really well with talking about wine. So today, we're going to talk about Malbec, and I wanted to do some videos just on certain varietals and some of the aspects of those varietals and where they're coming from, history, pairing, taste, and just so that we can be aware of some things that may be outside of our normal field of our influence, where we usually go to. And so, what I like about this, the Malbec is becoming a very popular varietal. I think a lot of it is because it's featured a lot in the Argentinian steakhouses, the Brazilian steakhouses. You can find many times Malbec will be on the menu. They're serving that, pairing that beautifully with meat, and we'll talk about pairing a little bit later. But first of all, let me give you a little history about this grape. This grape is originates in France, possibly from the Cahors region where it grows extensively in southwestern France. But also it was also known in Burgundy as well, and in Bordeaux. So it was pretty much all through France, this grape. And it's interesting because this was actually one of the seven noble grapes of a Bordeaux blend. There's certain grapes that are allowed to be in a Bordeaux blend, and Malbec is one of the seven that's allowed in a Bordeaux blend. Kind of brings that muscle in, brings a lot of flavor, intense color, weight to the wine, great tannic structure on this wine. So it's really a beautiful grape, a beautiful grape. I think that it's a fantastic one. Now, what's really interesting about it also, I just found out today, very thick skinned. In fact, thicker than Cab Sauv or Merlot. And so I always thought that Cab was one of the thickest skins, but in actuality, Malbec is actually also a thick skin. So it actually has a longer growing season than you would with Cab Sauv. So what that means is basically that these are going to be grapes that are going to thrive in hot climates where you have that potential for a long growing season. You probably wouldn't find this in areas that don't have a pretty good amount of sun. And I think that's why it does thrive in that southwestern area of France because of the sun down in that area. A lot of sun gets on those grapes so that they can ripen properly on the vine. And this one that we're serving today is actually, well, let me go back a moment. The reason why most of us are going to associate Malbec with Argentina is the Phylloxera infestation that came in the mid 1800s, about 1860 or so in Europe. And they were actually worried that this particular grape, the Malbec grape, was going to be lost. And so they exported that and they exported it to the Patagonia region. They looked around the world. They looked for vines that were healthy, that could be implanted with this particular style of grape and that would flourish in that area. And so they looked at Patagonia as a key area. So Patagonia, as we know, is this area along the Andes that actually will border both Argentina and Chile on one side and Argentina on the other, and a higher elevation. And so most of those plants in those areas have never been infected with phylloxera. So it was a very good location for them to move this particular grape. And so we are going to look at one today that actually comes from Chile. And what I like about Chilean wines is that, again, that high elevation means that these vines are going to be under stress because of low oxygen, because of the fact that they are on slopes. The soil type is going to be the type that's going to drive those roots deep into the ground. There's really not much of a possibility for irrigation there because of how to get the water up into the higher elevations. So it makes it a potentially great clean environment for making grapes for wine. So I think it's a great location. I have been enamored now with a little bit after studying a little bit about the growing conditions in Chile, about Chilean wine. And so this is a Chilean Malbec. Most of the Malbecs you'll find in the stores are actually going to be from Argentina. Chile has also kind of been famous now for Common, which is another French grape that actually was also transported to Patagonia region. And so, anyway, that I chose the Chilean only because I love this company. This is from clos'd, which are the makers of Purple Angel, which is a very, very high end Common grape wine. It's usually about 150, $120, anywhere between that, the price point on those. And so this is a very, very affordable. I think I got this for 17.99 at Total Wine and More. And fantastic. It's a WD product, so you can get the discounts and everything else on it. But I just enjoy this wine. I think that it's very delightful, easy drinking with really nice profile. Let's just take a sip of this real quick. Yeah, and look at that beautiful, deep, deep purple color on that. Very nice wine. Little bit of fruit forwardness, little bit high level of acidity to it that makes it a great food wine. So let's talk about pairing for a moment. This pairs well with beef tenderloin. Pairs well with roasted pork, grilled pork, and it also the company said pair this with pasta with pesto. That's an interesting pairing. So anyway, go out and try a bottle of Common Air today. I mean, Common Air. What am I saying? Go out and try a bottle of Malbec today, and then also at the same time pick up a Common Air from Chile as well. But anyway, these are great wines coming either from Argentina or from Chile. Fantastic, fantastic grape to enjoy, especially with pairing with wine. Take care. Make sure that you share this. Click on subscribing to our channel, and appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much.